of your responsibilities as the head football coach up to this point, going into this season?
Well, being a head football coach at a program like Tennessee State University, it's a very high-profile program. As Mr. Gentry said, it's rich in tradition, and what we're trying to do is to, I guess, pump some life back into that football tradition. Being a member of the OVC, Ohio Valley Conference, we probably operate out of one of the toughest Division I AA conferences there is in the United States. Plus, we play our 3 historically black schools, and I think that our program is on the upswing. Last year we were 5 and 6. Possibly should have been better, but you know, give or take a few here or there. The ball had bounced our way, no telling. But I feel that we are coming into a season where we have our, gotten our athletes in. We've had an opportunity to have 2 classes, recruiting classes. So went through a good spring practice. Everything went well. So right now we're just waiting on August to roll around. We can kick off the 3rd campaign.
Now, you've already had your spring practice, have you not?
We've had spring practice early in, we finished early in April, started the last couple of weeks of March, and things went real well. We had some surprises and had some guys that we're not so surprised about, but we're pleased with it. We got a new offensive coordinator, Coach Darren Valentine. Coach Nick Calcutta came in this year as offensive line coach. He made it in time, to work with us a little during the spring, and so we've gotten our offense set and ready to go for the 95 campaign.
Now, Mr. Gentry, as the athletic director, you're faced with trying to juggle financing for all of these various programs. And I think one of the things that you've often emphasized is equity in your athletic program. And let's talk about that. Certainly we want to talk more about the football team and about the schedules and whatnot, but we want to make sure that we give you an opportunity to say something about the various sports that you are required to have and equity within that framework, and what impact does that have upon Tennessee State University?
Well, Tennessee State University has 14 sports, 7 men's sports, 7 women's sports, and when you talk about equity, I mean, the big word out now, phrase is gender equity, and I believe in it. I think it's very important. I think it's been a difficult task to try to balance gender equity with football being in the formula, because football is all-male sport. It has large numbers, large budgets, and it does create a problem in that formula. But I believe in gender equity. I believe that the female sports should have everything that they need. I believe that there should be parity there, and I believe it's important that we work very hard to make sure that the females in athletics have an equal opportunity. But what again makes it difficult is football being in that formula. I think we need to put our heads together and determine a way to not penalize a sport to create equity, and I think it can be done. I don't know sometimes if it's so much a question of gender equity or is it dollars. We're going to offer opportunities for women in sports, and we're not going to turn our backs on the female athlete, student athlete, and we're committed to that. But I guess if you look at the complicated part, is trying to figure out how do you call it equity if football gets so much. And we're going to have to continue to work on it from the NCAA level all the way down. But I think at Tennessee State University you'll find that our females are pleased at our commitment to equity, and it's very important. And it's important to the strength of your overall program.
You know, Coach, I think you mentioned earlier about the OVC, the Ohio Valley Conference, and you've been involved in the Ohio Valley Conference since you came to Tennessee State University. But what do you find in terms of playing in that conference compared to some of the other conferences that you've played in?
Well, there are 9 schools in the conference, and we play, well, it's 8 other teams in the conference, and I find that the competitive level is just about equal. There used to be some pushover, so-called, in the conference, but now when you look at it, the lower 4 teams have now almost come to the surface and equal the top 4 teams that we play. We find that we had 2 representatives in the NCAA last year from the Ohio Valley Conference, And anytime that you can have 2 members out of your conference representing the conference in playoffs, it just shows you the strength of that conference. Not only the conference is strong, but the 3 schools that we played, the historically black colleges, we played South Carolina State and Atlanta. They ended up winning the Heritage Bowl and also winning the conference championship in the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference. Florida A&M is a Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference member. They finished real strong last year. Jackson State had what they call a so-so year, but they were on the winning side of the ledger. So I guess we play 11 games that are probably the toughest in Division I AA, and hoping that we can get up and have a representative year in terms of 1 losses and try and make the the playoffs or win the OVC Conference Championship.
You know, Coach Gentry, many people might not